Hi, everybody. This is the Famous Computer Cafe, and I'm Ellen Walker.
I'm Andy Velkoff. For the next 30 minutes, we have a couple of really terrific guests. Starting off will be Jack Tramiel, who is the chairman of the new Atari Corporation. Very controversial, very outspoken, and very much written about. We also have Bobby Kotick, who is a young entrepreneur. He's one of the principals of Arktronics, and they produce Jane, some computer software.
So it sounds like a great show. We want you to make sure that you tune in. We'll be right back after this next message.
Word gets around fast.
Word from Microsoft is quickly becoming the word processing program of choice because Word is faster and easier. Most commands are executed in a single keystroke, and with Microsoft's mouse, not even a keystroke is needed. Just point and click.
Would you like to reword that?
Sure. If you've ever had to search through a 50-page document to change one word, you can appreciate Word's ability to search out and replace any character, number, word, or phrase in any document, just once or as many times as you like.
Windows on the Word.
Word gives you 8 windows that allows you to edit or compare different documents simultaneously, or work on different areas of the same document, all in one display.
Get the Word.
Word is available at Software Supermarket, 16200 Hawthorne Boulevard, or call 213-207-1494. That's 213-207-1494.
Get the Word.
At Software Supermarket, a soft sell dealer.
Well, hi, this is Andy Velkoff, and we're here at the Famous Computer Cafe, and we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Jack Tramiel, who is the chairman of the new Atari Corporation. Jack, welcome to the cafe.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of talk, some controversial, some interesting, some just about the industry surrounding Atari. And quite frankly, some of the other players in this market, but a lot about Atari lately. Give us a sense of where Atari is at right now today as you see it, particularly in relation to where it's come from.
Well, we're here at the CES show. The Atari Corporation, the new Atari Corporation, has shown as new products at this winter Consumer Electronics Show. The success is overwhelming. The way the end users, dealers, software people looked at the product. They feel that this is the answer what they were looking for the past 2 years. There was a certain amount of dullness in the industry, in the marketplace, in 1984, because the users, which I consider to be the world youth, and now we're speaking here in the United States, are demanding to have the most advanced technology at all the time, because one of my philosophies is that the end user is my boss, and I always should turn around and try to give him the best what's available. What they have seen here at this show, at our booth, is the best, and they all fell in love with it. And I'm looking forward to be able to start shipping the product and satisfy their needs.
Well, you've got a few new machines out. You've got the 130 ST, the 520 ST. I mean, what's so special about these machines? What are you doing that you don't think your competition is doing?
Well, it's very, very simple, When I was manufacturing adding machines, and IBM was manufacturing mainframe computers, which they still do, you had to pay a few $1 million to be able to buy a computer. You had to be a very large company to own a computer. My aim was from then, and I've accomplished it, to take away that black box image, to make computers available to everyone which wants to buy one, especially to the youth. So my competition loves to come up with good products, but still sell them for thousands of dollars, like the IBMs, like the Apples. And with no question, the technology which Xerox the Xerox Star, and the Apple Macintosh. It's a very, very fine type of operating system like GEM, which makes it easy to operate, faster reaction, better graphics, better sound. And what we have done is brought the machine down to a level where the masses can afford to buy it. Where my competition is selling for thousands, we sell it for hundreds. So we've just introduced a machine which is the most advanced machine, and it is a quarter of the price of the competitors.
Well, I know you have these machines out. You have some other machines, and there's also some talk about one that's going to be introduced in a few months from now. Can you tell us something about that?
No, I made the statement a few months before that our aim is to have 4 families of machines, which is one is our game product, and the other one is our 8-bit product line, which I call the starter line, which we are expanding constantly now. We already have 3 different machines in that. We have a 64K machine, we have a 128K machine, and we have a portable machine. The third family is our ST line, and the ST line consists of 3 machines. And the one what you're talking about, what you asked me about, is our workstation, which is going to be a true 32-bit machine. And that's going to be for the people which have a few dollars more. It is for the professional engineer, architect, etc. It's going to be very high-end, and hoping to be able to bring it up below $1,000. I hope to have it out to be able to show it in Hanover, which is sometime in April. It's a very big Hanover fair in Germany and Europe. That's what I hope to have the introduction on that machine.
You know, I always like to ask a question, particularly of CEOs and top people. How are you going to know when you've succeeded? I mean, is there a point in which you will be able to say, yeah, I've done what I set out to do?
Well, I have just quit a year ago a company which I have built from scratch to $1 billion corporation. I did have a goal to say when I reach $1 billion, I have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I did. I took a rest for 90 days, and I found out that retirement is not for me. So I'm back in the scene again, and I believe what we need to do, what a person like myself gets satisfaction from, is serving the public, serving society. Now I'm doing this. It's not only for money. It's definitely doing a job and bringing out the best product, and especially for the young people of the world.
How do you think society is going to be served by making computers available at the kinds of prices you're talking about?
In the next decade, everything surrounding us will be computerized. From the Safeway store to the place where you work, to the buses and subways which you ride, to the kitchen of tomorrow. And you have to get ready today to understand how to use those facilities. Even to do a good job, to be able to get a better job in the computerized world, in the robotic assembly world, you will know, you have to know how to program and how to use a computer. To be able to do this, I feel my job is to come out with the best machines at low prices where the average underprivileged child can afford to buy one and be ready for the second decade.
Wow, you know, that's really quite a vision in terms of making that kind of technology available to people all around, you know, people of all classes, of all economic brackets. Jack, this has really been a pleasure, and I really appreciate you dropping down here to the famous Computer Cafe, and we, of course, would always love to have you join us. You have an open invitation just to stop down and say hello anytime and let us know how things are going.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon again.
Okay, that was Jack Tramiel, the chairman of Atari Corporation, and stay tuned. This is the famous Computer Cafe. I'm Andy Velkoff, and we'll be right back after this.
Bank Street Writer by Broderbund is the one-word processing program that is unpretentious enough to be used at home by both children and adults, yet is sophisticated enough to meet most small business needs, too. Bank Street Writer is packed with powerful features that have made it the most popular home word processing program in the world. There are no complex codes to memorize. Directions are at the top of the screen every step of the way. Bank Street Writer gives you sophisticated features like automatic word wrap, universal search and replace, automatic centering, and easy storage and retrieval of anything you write, complete with password protection. Bank Street Writer also comes complete with a special tutorial on the back of the disk that teaches the basics of word processing. A comprehensive reference manual and free backup disk are also included. Want to try your hand at Bank Street Writer? Then follow your feet down to Strictly Software at 14617.5 Prairie Avenue in Lawndale. Or you can call 213-970-1242. Strictly Software, a soft sell dealer. If Lotus had given you just one,
1. A spreadsheet that's up to 50 times faster than other spreadsheets, with every statistical and financial formula you'll ever need, and the largest workspace on the market.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just two,
2. Information management, to store and organize information with the ability to cross-index over 2,000 records by 32 criteria, and use information from other programs and computer systems.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just three,
3. Graphics, to graph information from your spreadsheet in less than 2 seconds, and change that information, touch a key, and graph the new results instantly. Graphics as a thinking tool.
that would have been enough.
But Lotus has given you more. Text editing, tutorials, a help key, and a host of features which give Lotus 123 its power and simplicity.
Lotus 123 is available at the Software Spot, 10977 Santa Monica Boulevard in West Los Angeles. Or phone 213-477-7561. That's 213-477-7561.
The Software Spot, the oldest independently owned and operated software store in Los Angeles. A soft sell dealer.
This is Michael Walker here at the famous Computer Cafe. Our guest is Bobby Kotick. He is the chairman of Arktronics. Now, you're an unusual kind of guy in that here you are running a business, and it's a successful business, and it's on software, and all that stuff is all new. But how old are you?
I'm 21.
Welcome to the cafe.
Thank you.
Give us an understanding about Arktronics. What is it all about, and why have you guys caused such a phenomenon?
I think the greatest part of our success lies in the simplicity of our products. What we're doing is trying to emphasize that software and computers should be used by people who've never had any experiences with technology. And what we're trying to do is strive to the point where you don't have to read ridiculous manuals and you can understand the technology, sort of like learning how to drive. When I was in high school, I had a very difficult time learning anything about computers because all that they wanted to teach me was how to program. I wasn't interested in programming a computer. I was much more interested in learning how they work and playing games with them and using them for word processing. I drive a car every day, but I don't know how to fix my car. And it's the same kind of thing with computers, and that's what we're looking to do.
Now, you have a partner in all this, don't you? How did the two of you guys get together?
Well, I've got two partners. One of my partners is 22. His name's Howard Marks. And he's really the technical person behind the concepts of our products. He was working at Apple. He's originally from Paris, France. And he developed the concept and then turned it into a viable product with the help of 15 or 16 professors and graduate students from the University of Michigan. And my third partner is the chairman of the board of the Golden Nugget casinos in Las Vegas and Atlantic City.
Las Vegas money behind you guys.
It's a public corporation. It's regulated. He's a terrific businessman.
Wow, that's fantastic. You guys got him. Who really came up with the concept to form the company and get you guys off the ground this way?
It started about 2 years ago. We were both freshmen at the University of Michigan, and fortuitously we were living in the same dorm. And my partner one day took a typewriter that I had just bought, brand new electronic Olivetti typewriter, apart. And I walked in the next day and I saw my typewriter in pieces on the floor sitting next to his Apple computer. And I was screaming and yelling, here, I paid $600 for this typewriter. I want to know what he was doing with it. And all of a sudden he presses a button on the computer, and all of the stuff that was written on the computer screen started typing out on the typewriter. I was completely amazed. I said, how did you do this? And he set up this little system that made the typewriter into a computer printer. And I thought it was great, and we decided that we were going to start a company to sell this little modification that would allow you to use your typewriter as a printer. And it took off, and the money that we made from that, we invested and started the software company.
When we come back, we'll kind of talk a little bit more about the software that you've designed, because I find it pretty interesting myself. And, of course, the concept of icons and all that kind of stuff. This is Michael Walker. We're here with Bobby Kotick, chairman of Arktronics. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.
Start with the world's best-selling database system. Give it enhanced features to make it faster, more powerful, and easier to use, and you have the makings of a software heavyweight. dBase 3, Ashton Tate's hot new package for your 16-bit PC. With dBase 3, you can create records with up to 128 fields, access 10 files at once, and run other programs like communications or word processing without leaving dBase 3. You can read non-dBase files from other software programs or mainframe databases. And you can easily convert your dBase 2 files and programs to dBase 3. If you get stuck, help is at your fingertips with multiple help screens. And where do you go to see this powerful new program? Go see David and Betty Sun at Sun Computers in the city of Carson. They'll tell you what you need to know about dBase 3 and more. Sun Computers is located at 20925 South Bonita in Carson, or call 213-538-8338. That's 213-538-8338. Sun Computers in Carson, a soft cell dealer.
We're here at the famous Computer Cafe. During our break, I had a chance to kind of talk a little bit to Bobby Kotick, who's the chairman of Arktronics. How did you guys come up with this name of yours anyway?
We just basically took a couple of initials, put them together, and added Atronix, and that's how we got the name.
Just that simple. Let me ask you something. You guys have a product called Jane. Now, tell us about Jane, because it has a couple things, an integrated package, and it also has pictures or icons. What does that really mean?
Well, Jane is designed for people who have never used computers before. And the reason we use pictures is because they're easily identifiable, and you can have them in a lot of languages. When you talk about integrated, we used integrated really as a selling tool more than anything else. It adds value to the product to have a number of things that you can do with it. For example, we give you a word processing program that lets you write letters and type reports and make budgets and do things like that. Then we give you a spreadsheet which lets you calculate those budgets. And then we give you a database that you can use to create files and address books and things like that. And you can use them all together, which is why it's called integrated. But the chief selling characteristic of the product is that it's so easy to use.
Now, is it only for the Apple computer right now?
No. The Apple product is currently available for the Apple II family of computers. That's the Apple II, the II Plus, the IIe, and the IIc. And it works with the Apple mouse. And we've got a Commodore version that will be introduced in January, or late January, early February, that will be sold directly by Commodore.
Is this thing really that simple to use? I mean, could a guy like me who doesn't have a whole lot of computer experience, I mean, I ask a lot of questions to guys like you who are involved in the business, but someone who doesn't have a whole lot of experience really use something like this?
I don't know anything about computers. I'm more the marketing and finance person behind our company. I don't use a computer very often, and when I do, I use Jane. It's so simple to use. I've been told by 70-year-old women that they finally decided to take a look at a computer instead of being scared of it because it's so simple.
Would you say that this product is going to lead you into other areas with the kind of products that you have that you're thinking about in the future, and if so, what type of are those?
Our emphasis is on simplifying technology and making it less expensive. And I think that by developing Jane, it's given us the impetus to create more products and different products that allow you to be productive using a personal computer, but simply, and designed for people who have never had computer experience and are intimidated by computer technology.
Would you say that the kind of input that comes in is just all from your technical partner, or do you do some of the input in terms of design?
None of our product development or conception is technically driven. It's all market research driven. We go out and we spend a lot of money and a lot of time investing in human factors and cognitive psychology and finding out what the customer, what the person who never uses a computer before does in their daily life, and we translate that into a computer product. So what we're doing is addressing needs that the average consumer would have, as opposed to putting an engineer in a room and creating a product.
You know, I'll tell you something. I went through school. I got a background in business and marketing and advertising. How in the world did you develop a sense about what to do? Do you have somebody helping you get all this marketing ideas? How are you developing this business sense about yourself right now?
I think what's enabled us to be so successful is we go out and we find the best talent, and we've been able to attract a lot of people to the company. We'll go out and hire the best consultants to give us the kind of advice that we need to create better products. We've got an excellent public relations firm, a superb advertising agency. We go out and spend a lot of money on market research. So we're really very cognitive of what's the consumer's perception of these products, and that's what's enabled us to create the products that we create.
Well, stay tuned, guys, because we'll come back and just kind of wrap things up. I've been enjoying this. Talk a little bit more about, where you guys are going in the future, because you're 21 years old. I think that's fantastic. It's Michael Walker here at the Famous Computer Cafe with our guest, Bobby Kotick. Stay tuned.
Today I'd like to discuss MultiPlan by Microsoft.
What's a MultiPlan?
It's a spreadsheet program for your IBM PC or your Macintosh.
Well, what do you do with a MultiPlan?
Use it to make forecasts.
Oh, you mean like what the weather will be?
No, more like whether or not.
Oh, can I join MultiPlan?
No, you don't join it, silly. You use it. It's a tool designed with non-computer people in mind to help you manage your business and plan for the future.
A tool? Oh, you mean like a hammer?
Well, if you're looking for a way to hit the nail on the head, use MultiPlan to build your worksheet. Enter the formulas you normally use to do budgets or cash flow analysis or financial planning, and then let MultiPlan do the calculations while you sit back and watch.
Well, where can I see it?
At Software Center International, located at 22543 South Hawthorne Boulevard in Torrance, or call 213-378-9225. That's 213-378-9225. Software Center International, a soft cell dealer.
We're back, guys. This is Michael Walker. We're here with Bobby Kotick. He's the chairman of Arktronics. You know, when I'm talking to guys like you, I mean, you are that personality, I think, that intimidates a lot of people who are the older generation who wonder, how do these kids get into, and I know you may not look at yourself as a kid, people look at me as a kid. I mean, I'm not that old either, but I mean, how do these kids get into these computers and start these tremendously successful businesses? And I've been working for 50 years, and then they're doing this thing called computers, and I don't even want to touch them because they intimidate me. How do you react to that kind of an environment of people dealing with you that way?
We put up a good front. we do a lot of our business over the telephone, so they don't know how old we are. But it's difficult, and one of the things that we're trying to do is, not only with our products, but with the whole corporate culture of our company, is we're trying to create an image that we're accessible, that we're understandable, that we're not stuffed shirt, stodgy kinds of folk. We're more interested in being personable and being interesting and being appealing to that large mass of the consumer base. So I think people have an easy time relating to us as opposed to a difficult time.
Would you say that you relate to your peers as easily as you would say to the whole computer culture out there? Or are you kind of like standoffish and don't have a whole lot of friends?
Oh no, I relate pretty well to my friends. I don't think I would tell you if I didn't, but
you may. You'd be surprised what people say on this show.
I think I've kept a good perspective on my social life and on my friends.
Do you have designs of becoming a millionaire and all that fun stuff, or would you say you're already there?
We're pretty close, but not to the point yet where we can. A good example is my partner has his own DC-9, the guy at the Golden Nugget, and we promised him when we got started that when we were finished we would buy him a 747. So we're not there yet.
couple more programs you got to sell. Huh?
Yes, so.
Where are you guys going into the future with your programs? I mean, can you identify a specific type of product that you're working on right now, and if so, when will it be out and on what type of machines?
Well, we'll be introducing a new variety of computer programs for a number of computers, the Apple computers, the IBM computers, Commodore, a new machine from Commodore called the Amiga, Atari computers, and a lot of these programs are, again, designed for people who've never used computers before. They bring immediately usable applications into the hands of the novice. For example, we'll be introducing a new word processing program that anybody can use that doesn't come with a manual. It's just one disk that you pop in the computer. It teaches you how to use it. It remembers what you've learned. It's very simple to operate, and it lets you do a lot of productive things in terms of word processing.
What do you think about this? You know, we've heard a lot of different things from developers, software developers, about the Commodore Amiga. What do you think about it?
I think the technology is terrific. I think that as they develop an installed base, more software developers will develop products for the machine. I think that it's going to initiate a new rise in consumer spending for these types of products next year during the Christmas season. And I think it's something that the industry needs.
Have you had an opportunity to see the machine as a prototype?
Yes, I saw it, and I saw it in a couple of different forms. And depending upon what software is available for it, I think it'll be a very successful computer.
My understanding is it's really to compete against, say, like the the Apple Macintosh, but to be more of a color graphics type of computer.
I don't think so. I don't think it's designed at all to compete with the Macintosh. Macintosh is a business computer, and it's designed primarily for the business marketplace. The Amiga machine is really designed for the home. It's going to be a lot less expensive. There won't be the same kind of software base. I'm sure you won't see a product like Jazz from Lotus or any of the more sophisticated business programs available for the Amiga immediately. I don't think they're really competing products.
Well, listen, Bobby, I've appreciated it. And I know you're in and out of town. You're got to go back to school at the University of Michigan. Say hi to my brother out there. But the other thing is that when you're back into L.A., love to have you come by, stop by the cafe, and chat about what you guys are up to, and bring your partner.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Super.
SuperCalc 3 by Sorcim is a spreadsheet that's extremely easy to use, swift, and powerful, and it's priced lower than most other leading spreadsheet programs. SuperCalc 3 has all the built-in functions expected in a high-quality spreadsheet, and a lot more. SuperCalc 3's features include an on-screen help function, spreadsheet consolidation and sorting capabilities, calendar and date calculations, simple data management, functions, and windowing. The integrated graphics capability is superbly presented, allowing plotting and printing of charts in up to 99 colors. SuperCalc 3 provides you with the ability to create pie charts, bar charts, line charts, and XY graphs. The graphics are integrated into the command structure, so once you learn SuperCalc 3, plotting and graphing the results of your calculations is as easy as pie. To get a taste of the simplicity and power of SuperCalc 3, walk into Simply Software, where they'd love to whip up a quick demonstration. Simply Software is located at 3001 Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach, or call 213-546-2467. That's 213-546-2467. Simply Software, a soft sell dealer.
We'd like to thank everyone who helped make this show possible today. Of course, Jack Tramiel, who is the chairman of Atari, and Bobby Kotick, the young entrepreneur from Arktronics.
We also want to thank Rick Burnett, our wonderful engineer, and we want to thank you for listening. We hope you'll listen every Monday through Friday on KFOX 93.5 at 10 in the morning and at 7:30 at night. And of course, you know there is no hope, so just listen.
Okay, and when you listen, you will know that the famous Computer Cafe is a production of Soft TV Inc., and we produce it. That's us. Executive producers Michael Walker, Ellen Walker, and Andrew Valcott.
So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.